Okay, so I already gave the Dharma talk about this. You should go and check it out. It's a separate video, but it's pretty neat. I'm in an airport right now. I've had, I don't even know how many days of traveling because time zone changes and 15 hours on a plane. I just can't even wrap my brain around it, so I prefer not to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on the fact that I want to move a little bit. Don't have much of an opportunity. I'm huddled in a corner of the airport. So just kind of follow along, see how it goes. If you ever find yourself huddled down in the corner of an airport, I will let you know that everybody else around here is definitely still giving me really strange looks for doing this. So don't feel like it's going to go perfectly smoothly, but maybe one day you might inspire somebody to join you in doing yoga at an airport when they're all stressed out and freaked out, and you can be like, what on earth are you doing? And say like, it's great, I feel a lot better now, you should join me and check this out. So thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, share with all of your buddies. Gonna be a good time, and I will see you next week. Well, I tried to find a space where I could get a chair, but that didn't quite work out. Lighting is still pretty bad, so just bear with me. It'll be a short video. Again, here at Sydney Airport, and I badly need to move and don't really have the opportunity to do a lot of that. So I've been walking around the airport. I'm gonna go back to walking around the airport. But first, I wanted to share just a little bit of really easy movement that you could do from a chair, or like me, curled up into the corner of the airport terminal with your luggage right by your side. So best thing, of course, to start off with is just being able to take a few deep breaths, getting connected into your practice. So close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose as you exhale all the way out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Deep, full inhale. Really release. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Feel your spine lengthen. And try to soften the inside corners of your shoulders. From the middle of your ribs, reach the arms up again. Deep breath in. On your exhale, bring the hands down through your heart center. Take that 2 more times. Breathing in. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, releasing the palms together. We're going to reach up again, this time taking some side bends, opening up the side space. On your exhale, side bend over to your right. And then soften the inside of your left shoulder. Lift out a little bit longer, maybe go a little bit further on your next exhale. And come up through center, lifting and coming over to the other side. Try to relax that top shoulder. It wants to sneak up by the ears. See if you can lengthen, and then maybe go a little bit further. And then coming up as you breathe in. We'll go 1 breath, 1 movement. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling. Exhaling to the left. 1 more time, lifting up. Softening the neck. Stretching long through the spine. Moving those right ribs apart. And coming up again. Rest your hands into your heart. Take your arms behind your back. We'll do a little bit of chest opening by interlacing the fingers and rolling the fingertips down towards the floor to open up your collarbones. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pulling the knuckles closer to the floor. 1 more time. Breathing in. Deep exhale. Take the arms up again. Feeling a lift through the spine. Don't lose your lift as you twist this time over towards your right. And then soften your front shoulder, lift up and pull the right ribs back a little bit, maybe even completing the twist by turning your chin over your shoulder. Deep exhale. Lifting up and facing over to the other side. Take a couple of breaths, stacking your ears right up over your hips. Deep breath in. Maybe twist a little bit further. And then come back to the middle 1 more time with a little bit of heart opening. This time, I'm going to come up onto the toes. See, I'm actually wearing a dress and boots, not ideal yoga attire, but it's the job done. Come back and either hold onto your heels or maybe keep the hands at your hips. I'm feeling like I need a little bit more space, so I'm going to come back here, roll the shoulders back, and just lift up, soft camel. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your hips. Take the hands off of the heels. I'm going to come up into a little seated mermaid shape, and I could be wider with the legs if I were wearing other things. I'm going to walk forward over my front shin and just feel this this thigh open up a little bit. If you were seated in a chair, you could just take one knee and cross it up over, or one ankle and cross it up over the other knee and droop your body forward. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk yourself up a little bit, trying to keep your left hip relaxed. It's not necessarily going to go right down onto the floor, but you don't want to have it hiking up into your ribs. You're going to soften that hip and then twist over towards the right. Ears right up above the hips. One more deep breath in. Let it go. You can come back to the middle. I'm going to switch over to the other side. So if you were seated, you'd put an ankle on opposite knee, maybe swinging the legs around if you're seated on the floor. And then we're going to walk the body forward over the front thigh. Notice I'm trying to come out over this thigh, and actually I notice I have a little bit more space, so I'm going to wiggle my hips back a little bit more. You could come all the way down if you want. I'm going to stay up here just so that I can talk to you and pretend I can see your lovely face. And really release into this. Let your body move forward, especially when you're experiencing a lot of strain from travel or whatever it is that you've got going on. Really important to focus on the release. So release into your next exhale. And walk your body up. And once again, twisting, making sure that your right hip isn't following you, but trying to release it down a bit towards the floor. Ears above hips. And maybe your left ribs pull back just a little bit more. One more round of breath. Maybe twist a little bit deeper. And then come back to the front. And then take the legs behind. So if you are able to come over and stretch out the front of your quad, this can be kind of nice. If you have the ability to stand up, you can do that too. Just kind of pulling the hip forward, the foot back, moving to the other side. Stretch, little lift to your hips, maybe a little lift to your heart, your chest, and then release that. Coming back into a steady seat. If hero's pose or virasana is not comfortable for you, then crossing your legs or sitting up in a chair. Like just a little bit more arm work. Interlace your fingers, this time push them in front of you, and then wrap your elbows and your shoulders down so you can feel that you're freeing the collarbones. Breath in, deep breath out. You're going to come into a big back bend here, lifting your arms up, maybe feeling like they can go behind the head as you lift your chest up. Deep breath in, and let it go. Eagle arms, taking your left on top of your right, taking your elbows, maybe your feathers come together, maybe you grab onto the backs of your wings, so not the tops of them, but getting right into the backs. And wherever your palms meet, take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your elbows down. One more time. Exhale. Open your arms out, spread your eagle feathers, and then switch to the other side. This time your right elbow coming on top, meeting your palms, drawing your elbows down, and continue to push your palms together. Once again, see if you can release that space in front of your collarbones. One more breath. Exhale. One more little shoulder stretch. We'll take Gomukhasana arms. So take your left arm, you're going to bring it behind your shoulder if you can, then drop the elbow down and either take this elementary PE stretch or slide that right hand up your back. And your fingertips could just be spread out, finding this engagement, or maybe you hold hands with yourself. Try to relax this top shoulder and relax into your hips. Feeling a lift and an excitement to your heart into your elbows, and then relaxing the neck and the hips. One more time. Deep breath out. Unwinding the arms, taking the other side. So your right arm's going to come out and then pull your armpit back so you can drop the shoulder bone down. And you're either reaching the palms behind you, maybe interlacing or grabbing onto fingertips, or maybe taking this elementary PE stretch where it's still the action of pulling this elbow in, feeling it lift up, and the inside of the shoulder, the hips drop down. Deep breath in. Relax into your exhale. And then release your arms. Just place your palms down on your lap for a moment. And in lieu of lying down on the floor, unless you happen to have that available to you at this point, just take a few moments in a steady seat. Once again, connecting into your breath, into the moment. enjoying and contemplating how much differently you feel than when you began these few gentle exercises, just to open up through our heart and shoulders and hips, maybe opening up the mind a bit, clearing away the stress of our life with a little bit of movement, some breath, and good intention. Thank you for sharing this movement with me today. Thank you for sharing this practice. Namaste.